Everybody, Paperboy Trucker here. First video of the week. I've been driving about 3 hours headed toward Jackson, Michigan. If you've been watching my videos very long, you'll know I've made several trips recently to Jackson, Michigan, which is all right. It's a good run. I like it. I just stopped here at Haytime, Missouri. Nice rest area here with plenty of parking. Did a load check, got a fresh cup of coffee going. But I had a request over the weekend from one of my subscribers to do more filming of me driving. So I'm gonna do a little of that because all I'm doing today is driving. And I'll try to think of something to talk about. So anyway, I'm not sure if he wanted me to film me driving with the camera looking at me driving, or just the camera out on the road driving. So I'll try to do a little of both. All right, everybody. Getting out of this rest area, hitting the road. I'll be on 55 North. This is one of my favorite runs to make. Take, you know, from North Little Rock. There's different ways you can get to the same place, but this is probably my favorite way to go. You know, just take I-40 to 55 North, and then take it up to 57, go up into Illinois, and hit 70 over to Indianapolis and hit 69, and that'll take you most of the way up to Jackson, Michigan. I like this way primarily because the only city you really have to go through is or around is Indianapolis, which is usually not too bad. And there's plenty of places to stop. There's plenty of truck stops for fueling. There's plenty of rest areas. You know, a lot of the some ways you can go, you know, they don't have very many rest areas to stop and do load checks and things. So that's one of the reasons why I like this way. There's this whole 55, 57, 69 corridor is got plenty of rest areas. And in fact, my target for today is to make it up probably about an hour or hour and a half northeast of Indianapolis on I-69. There's a nice big rest area that'll have, you know, it's got plenty of parking. Never been there and not been able to find a spot. I mean, it's probably got 150, 200 parking spots. I wish all the rest areas were that good. I mean, some rest areas, you know, got 10 places to park. Anyway, enough of that. So, that brings me to a thought. Over the weekend, I had one of my viewers ask, and no, actually this was not a viewer. I mean, he may be a viewer, but I was talking to this other Maverick driver, kind of a young guy, at the Fort Smith yard the other day, just for a minute, because we were both waiting to get called in to load, and then he got called in to load, so he took off. But we were talking about this, you know, traveling up towards, you know, Chicago, Jackson, Michigan, you know, and we got to talking about different ways to go up there. And I said, well, you know, if I'm going to Jackson, Michigan, and I'm leaving on a Sunday morning, I'll probably go, you know, take 57 all the way up to, you know, South Chicago, and then hit 80 east and go over to Portage, Indiana, and stop at our Maverick yard up there. Because no matter what time I get there, even if I don't get there till 7 or 8 p.m., I know I'll be able to park and have a shower and everything I need, you know, good safe place to park, and I won't have to worry about getting there and maybe the lot is full. You know, a lot of these truck stops or rest areas, if you get there at 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., it might be full. So, but doing that on a Monday and trying to go up towards Chicago to 80, you know, if you're hitting it late afternoon, early evening on a Monday, you know, you might be in for some bad traffic. But on a Sunday, that's usually a pretty easy drive. But since today is Monday, I'm just going to go go in the I-69 way. That way I won't have to worry about Chicago traffic at all. But when I mentioned, you know, the Portage Maverick facility, this Maverick driver I was talking to did not know where it was. And, you know, I tried to describe kind of where it was, but I don't know that he really could grasp what I was saying. It's super easy to get to. It's probably, you know, like a half a mile off of I-80. And it's in a good spot if you're going through there. I stop there quite often, you know, if I'm up in that area and it times out just right. But I don't have the exact address, but in my GPS I have it saved in my address book as the intersection of Coca-Cola Drive and Carlson Avenue. And I know if you punch it in that way, just punch it in as Portage, Indiana, and then the intersection of Coca-Cola Drive and Carlson Avenue, C-A-R-L-S-O-N. And then once you get to that intersection, just take a left on Carlson and go down to the end, and you'll run right into the Maverick gate. So, you know, try that if you're not familiar with it. It's, you know, very similar to the Madison, Illinois Maverick yard. But anyway, I wanted to mention that. And let's see, I had a comment over the weekend too from a subscriber that asked, what do our trucks come equipped with? Specifically, he mentioned XM radio and internet. And I've kind of addressed that before in a different video, but the way I understand that, I don't know about XM radio. I don't have, my truck is not equipped with XM radio or, you know, the internet. But my understanding is you can have the shop, the Maverick shop, set your truck up with an internet hotspot, I think it's called, and you have to pay like a monthly fee of somewhere around $30 is what I was told. You know, if you want to set your truck up with that. But you know, other than that, you know, like when I got my truck, I've had 3 different trucks in my little over 2-year career here at Maverick. You know, I started I went solo at the end of April in 2019. My first truck was a 2015 model that had about 400,000 miles on it. I drove it a few months, and then they put me in a 19 model, and I drove it for over a year, and then they just put me in this new 21 model week of Christmas 2020. And but basically, you know, like, you need to get a CB. The shop will install the CB for you, but you get your own CB. You would probably want to get you a microwave. I suggest just going to Walmart and getting a 700 watt microwave. If you get anything bigger than that, it'll keep tripping up your electrical power. So a microwave cabinet up there with a little Velcro strap where you can kind of tighten it down, and there's two electrical outlets, one kind of below your bunk and one up behind where you would sit your microwave, so you can plug it in and leave it plugged in. And the truck comes equipped with like a wall mount, swivel wall mount arm, you know, for a TV. I've just got a little 19-inch screen hooked up. I mean, the shop will hook that up for you too, but it's so easy. I did it. It's just basically 4 screws holding it on there, and then you know, that was simple enough. And then you know, it comes with a refrigerator already installed with a little freezer compartment, like a little dormitory size refrigerator. And let's see, I have my own little coffee maker, you know, that makes 1 cup at a time using the little K cups. You know, if you're a coffee drinker. Now some guys will just get coffee. You can get free coffee or earn points to get free coffee at Love's, Pilot, Flying J, all of that. But I just prefer to make my own. I have a subscription to this coffee service, I guess you'd call it, that sends me a box of, I think it's 80 K-Cups every month. You know, and it costs me, I don't know, 20-something bucks, 26, 27 bucks. So, you know, that's how I handle it. And then, you know, I bring bottled water, usually about 2 cases of bottled water every week. That's really all I drink is water and coffee. I don't do soda pops, soft drinks, anything else. Let's see, what else? You know, oh, there goes mine. See, that little warning buzzer goes off. That's supposed to alert you if you're wandering off the highway, like if you've fallen asleep and you're drifting out of your lane. But what happened there is, as you can see here, it's got this black patch of road asphalt over here. You know, sometimes just things like that in the road, or you know, a repair stripe of some kind will make it go off. So as far as the truck goes, yeah, that's the basics you need to get. You know, our trucks come with an electronic logging device tablet already mounted, and that's where you get a lot of your messages and work assignments. They also come on your smartphone too, and it has a navigation, you know, software installed on it too. But I would strongly suggest to get your own GPS also. Now, I have a Rand McNally tablet GPS. I needed a pretty big one so I can see it. You know, I can see just fine off in the distance, but if it's close up and I'm trying to read something, that's where I struggle. So that's why I have a pretty big GPS. Maybe I'll go over that some more separately later. But as to which brand is best, I don't know. I remember going through training at Maverick, and one of our trainers recommended the Rand McNally, but you know, I know people that prefer other brands, you know, Garmin or, you know, whatever. But these things are not cheap, you know. I think brand new they probably cost $500 or $600 bucks. I bought, you know, when I was out with my trainer on the trainer truck, I ordered one, a refurbished one off of eBay that I think cost me $300. and I've been using it for over 2 years now, and really like it. You know, it's been good. And the benefit of having your own GPS, I mean, I use both of them. The one that comes, you know, loaded into our truck on our tablet, and my own personal one. But the benefit of having your own GPS is that, you know, it'll help you locate rest areas, truck stops. It gives a better time estimate of when you might arrive. But primarily, it's very helpful, you know, planning your up the road. Like I can punch a couple of icons on mine, and it'll tell me any upcoming rest areas or truck stops. You know, if I'm needing to plan on purchasing fuel in the next hour or two, I can punch in and see what kind of pilots or Flying J's, Loves, whichever I prefer, you know, are coming up, and kind of make a plan. Whereas, you know, the GPS on our tablet, it does not have all of that. It's strictly just kind of a, you know, help you with your trip, routing your trip. So, okay, I guess that's enough for now. I'll try to think of something else to talk about.